Hey y'all, it's Natalie for A Cherry on Top today, and it is time for our monthly design team hop. And today we are doing our favorite techniques. So I kind of have a lot of favorite techniques, so I just had to pick one. And I'm going to be using this gorgeous 49th & Market Vintage Artistry Sunburst collection. So my favorite technique right now, at this moment, this very day, is going to be using these rub-on transfers and embellishing them with additional mixed media on the background. So I'm showing you, I pulled out the 12 by 12 transfer sheet. I have the laser die cuts, and I also have these smaller 6 by 8 sheets. I'm working an 8 by 8 album. I have this picture of me and my husband, and I'm actually probably just going to use the smaller rub-ons because the 12 by 12 sheet, the rub-ons are really big and they're perfect for a 12 by 12 layout, but they're a little bit large for this 8 by 8. So I pulled out the film strips that are in those gorgeous colors, and I'm going to put that orangey pink one around our photo. And now I'm going through the 6 by 8 rub-on transfers, and I'm picking a word. So that's going to be my title, and I'm going to pick the Sunkissed word, and then I'm going to combine it with some of the laser cut dies and make a title out of that. So I'm starting with the rub-ons as the starting point of like what I want to put on my background. So I picked out the word summer from the laser cuts. So I'm going to use the title is going to be Sunkissed Summer. I really liked that lifeguard tower. I'm going to pick out like a bow, I think, and a seashell. So now I kind of go through the 6 by 8 and I pick out a couple of different colors. I'm kind of going to throw all the colors on the background. So I picked out this one that's like a seashell and a butterfly and some palm fronds. And I'm just going to pick a place to start. There was no like real shape. Since it's an 8 by 8 page, I'm going to, well, I guess you could call it like a T design is what it ends up kind of being like, but I'm just going to stick this right here. I do use textured cardstock at this point, so that might be a little, I've never had trouble with these rub-ons sticking. This one gave me a little bit of trouble, but I was able to get it on. I don't know if it was because of the textured background or if maybe it got warm, but the rest of the entire page I use a whole lot more and none of them ever give me trouble. So maybe it was just this one little piece. But because I love their rub-ons. I literally buy all of them because they're just so beautiful. I can never turn them down. So I'm going to throw a beautiful pink butterfly down at that bottom left. So now I have like 2 butterflies. I like to use repeating elements on the page. And then I put my photo back where I wanted it so I could know exactly where I wanted to put the word for the title. So it's super cute, and it has a few more little abstract paint drops, so I'm just kind of putting them in different places around the page. And now I have a heat embossing roll-on tool, and this is something that you use to refill your embossing ink pad, but I'm actually going to use it directly onto my page, and then I'm gonna put some matching embossing powder with it. I'm using Wow embossing powder today, and I'm just kind of creating abstract embossing elements on my page. I'm gonna group them around the photo or around the rub-ons, and it's just adding different textures near the rub-ons, and it just makes for a very cool abstract look around the page. And I'm gonna add some stamping later as another type of element because it also gives a different look than the heat embossing. So this is gonna be like kind of glossy. You can see it shining in the light up there. But I'm just melting it onto the page, and then it layers really well. So I'm going to layer it. I try to put some of the embossing ink through this stencil. That's a Honeybee Stamps tropical leaf stencil, but it kind of didn't stay well defined, but that's okay. But I used this really cute lime green glitter embossing powder. I mean, it kind of looks like a leaf. But I like that you can layer these, and then you can kind of put additional rub-ons and things on top of them. And I was just kind of having a lot of fun. Just what would a little dribble here look like, and things like that. And so I wanted to add a few pops of yellow because I didn't have a lot of yellow around the page. So I had a lot of fun. When I kind of made the powder fall onto the paper off of the page, sometimes it would get just little tiny particles stuck in some of the rub-ons. So you'll see me here in a minute. I'm using a paintbrush, but I basically just grab a dry brush and use it to get any of the additional powder off of the page before I heat set it, so I don't get any powder in places that I don't want. And so it just brushed off of the rub-on very nicely and easily. That's what I'm doing right there. So yeah, this is just one of my most favorite techniques. You can scroll back in my videos and see a few more pages that I have created recently with this technique, with using embossing powders in the background in addition to rub-ons and stamping. And this is a hop. So obviously all these beautiful products are available at the Cherry on Top store. I am just using my Distress Oxide inks and doing first, second, third generation stamping here with a few stamps. I pulled out some palm fronds, and now I've got, what am I stamping? Oh, some words. So this just gives a different texture and look, but again, it layers really well. I'm really having fun with this. But what I was saying before was this is a hop. So down below I have links to all of the design team members, and you can just hop through. There's not many of us, just like 5 or 6 or 7, and everybody has some really great inspiration. And if you leave a comment on each video, you'll be entered to win a $15 store credit to a Cherry on Top, which is awesome. And you can pick up your own vintage artistry sunburst collection, or if you're kind of over scrapping your summer, you can grab some of the really cute new fall things that we have in the store. So I'm kind of a little bit done working on my background, so I'm gonna just kind of figure out where I want to put all of the laser cut images that I've punched out. I'm going to use my cherry tape to stick down that frame because they are a little translucent. It's really fabulous for that. It was skinny and it fits really nicely around the frame, but it also, you can't really see it through the translucent frame. So I love that. And I'm going to use my Nuva adhesive to stick down the laser cut images. They're pretty thick cardstock, so I want to make sure they don't really move around. And I'm going to add a cute little seashell there. And then once I have most of the items stuck down, I'm going to go back through with additional little bits cut out from the rub-on transfer sheet and just add them in places where I feel like there just needs to be a little bit something more. I'm trying to kind of bring the T design out to the edges of the page. So that's what you see me doing here. I'm kind of just adding the little abstract bits all the way till it extends as though it's running off the page, and I'll do the same at the bottom, and I'll do the same on either side as well, just to kind of give it like a uniform look across the page. It's like a T design with a outsprig of a diagonal little angle there too. I don't know. I don't know what you call this design, but I had fun making it. This page was super fun. I hope you are inspired. Let me know if you have any questions. But yeah, I have the links down below for the hop, as well as I'll put my affiliate links down below if you are interested in any of these products. Of course, this collection is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. And I just saw, it's on pre-order right now, but the 49 Market fall collection, it's got like hot pink and orange. Oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like it. It's so gorgeous and unique, and oh, I can't wait to get my hands on it. So I'm just, since I'm talking about it, I'm gonna put a link down below to that just so you can go see it. It's not in the store yet, but it's on pre-order, so if you want to go ahead and buy it, you can, and be sure that you get one, because that's how they like know how much to order, right? So you pre-order it and they definitely ensure that you'll get it. It's so beautiful, like so fun. So I just added a few more florals, and I really could have just kept adding. I thought about adding some gems, but I just had to tell myself to stop because I could have just kept on going. It was so fun. I had a lot of fun creating this page. So that's one of my favorite techniques. I hope you guys like it. Let me know if you try it. Tag me in it. I'd love to see what you make. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'd love it if you'd like and subscribe. Bye, y'all.